Hello, welcome to episode 11. I can't believe we're talking episode 11 already. Just plain ridiculous. But things are progressing. A bit slower now, unfortunately, because I'm waiting for third parties to do work. And also I'm waiting for some cash as well, because it's just after Christmas, mid-January, and funds are drying up now. Any money I got from bits I sold off for my 900 has been long since spent. So yeah, I need some cash. So donations welcome. I've actually got a few bits I'm trying to flog still, so I'm going to use this as a bit of a sales opportunity. So yeah, there's a few bits to be sold. So have a look at these and let me know if you're interested.
Here we have a powder-coated black Honda Fireblade 1998 frame, in perfect condition, no dings or bangs. We're looking for £180. Next up we have a Honda Fireblade coils, 2 coils in total, perfect working condition, open to offers. And lastly today, for your pleasure and delectation, we have a Honda Fireblade computer unit, fully functional when removed from the vehicle. It can be yours for £50.
Other news, as you can see, the engine's been some work's been gone on. What's happened, you ask? Well, I've removed the pair system from the engine. For those who are not aware what that is, like I wasn't, it's basically a recirculation system for the exhaust gas to improve emissions, basically. So not interested in emissions, so that's been junked. So basically it removes, excuse the mess here, but these little plates go on the normally go on there. So that's been removed. I've made up little aluminium plates to blank those off, and it basically removes a lot of other pipe work and junk which is unnecessary. So that's gone. Also started putting on some hoses, as you can see, just my blue hoses to see what they look like with the colour of the engine. It looks pretty good, I reckon. And on other news, I've been playing with making myself a little remote reservoir for the radiator system. Normally this is mounted up under the fairings on the RR4, but I've got no room for it there, and I've got this nice little space behind the engine here, which I'm hoping to utilise for this little rad bottle. So this is just made out of crappy thin MDF, and the idea being I'll get it to size, and then I can give that to my aluminium man and say, could you please make that out of alloy, please. I have, as you can see, I have a little aluminium fuel tank which a buddy of mine gave me last year at some point. Here it is, but it's no good. It doesn't fit, doesn't fit this one obviously. So I thought I'll cut off the neck so I can get that welded on. I mean, I may decide to put that there. That may just squeeze on top there if I reduce that a little bit more. But so that's the plan, and then I'll have 2 holes either in the side with a little right angle piece coming up with a level indicator in, so you can see how full it is, and obviously an outlet probably coming out, maybe the back here, little outlet coming up, a bit of aero quip hose, and then a bit of hose which will feed off to the rad. So that's going on now. I'm just going to try, one thing I haven't done is maybe completely the wrong size. I need to try the frame back on and just see how much room, because the swinging arm comes across here, so it's going to be close to the swinger, but I just need to see if I've got enough room for it. So that's the plan. Okay, after some playing around, swinging arms on, you can see my little reservoir bottle in there. So it'll bolt on here to that mount, and then this piece on the back of the engine, I don't know what it was used for on the RR4, but it's not needed, so I'll put a little bolt, a nut and bolt through there as well to secure that side, and that's the job's a good one basically. There's the filler cap, so that will be your filler. The sight levels, I think what I'll do is here, put the sight level in there so you can look in there and see the sight level to see how much fluid you've got in there. Or this side, but it's a bit tight this side. Probably do, but I think I'll probably just take off the outlet this side, it's down here, and then feed that up through to the bottom of the rad. So yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty pleased with that. So I'll give that to my my buddy to get that knocked up in aluminium. It's quite close to the swinging arm, quite close. I might get him to make it a couple of mil smaller, just to be sure it's no issues. But I mean, it's not touching there. The swinging arm's moving freely enough. Other news, Sprocket Covers. I was going to get that aqua blasted, but it's actually magnesium that they cut the sprocket cover on this, so you can't aqua blast the mag very well, so it doesn't come up very nice. So I'm going to get it painted silver, but I've had to just trim it a bit to fit around the frame. So I've trimmed it here, and I've also cut that section out of the middle just to reduce the weight of it a bit, but it also means I can then see my the levels on my bottle when they're in place there, and you can also of course inspect your sprocket as well without having to worry about the bolt coming out and the sprocket coming off, because there's still a bit of cover left. So it's looking pretty good. I've also looked at I was going to run it in the track shift position, as you know, but that's going to be in the way now, so I'm quite pleased I looked at this before going any further. But I've just tried the gear shift in, and if it goes to that angle, then I'm going to have to cut the link piece. But I think if I mount it sort of like that, you've got this little cutout on the right there for the lever. Drop it. For the lever to push up into. So yes, I think that'll work okay. So just be a case of adjusting the length of the rod. And that go like that. So yeah, there we are.